On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Absolutely.
Without restriction or limitation, completely or utterly.
Examples:
Absolutely against. Absolutely obsessed with the girl. I am absolutely opposed to his idea because of morality.
Weird.
Extraordinary, unexpected, or difficult to explain.
Examples:
A weird dress. The state of being weird. My computer has been acting weird recently.
Crazy.
Stupid or not sensible, very angry.
Examples:
Crazy about cars and racing. A crazy scheme. The rain and thunder are crazy today.
Afterward.
After the time mentioned.
Examples:
A few years afterward. Go there afterward. We will explain the countermeasure concerning this problem afterward.
Unclear.
Poorly stated or described, and therefore not easy to understand, not easy to perceive.
Examples:
An unclear match. In no unclear terms. It is important not to undertake tasks with unclear objectives to improve productivity.
Conversation.
An informal talk between two or more people to exchange their views, ideas, information, etc.
Examples:
Conversation in English. A friendly conversation. Your conversation reflects your thoughts.
Aspect.
One part or feature of a situation, problem, subject, etc.
Examples:
Non-technical aspects of the job. Aspects of social, political, and economic life. His professional experience includes all aspects of media production.
Pandemic.
An outbreak of a disease that affects many people over a very wide area.
Examples:
Flu pandemic. Global pandemic. They fear a pandemic of a new type of virus.
Psychology.
The scientific study of mind and behavior.
Examples:
Psychology experiment. Psychology of crowd. She had a master's degree in psychology.
Mindset.
The established set of attitudes or fixed ideas held by someone.
Examples:
Flexible mindset. The mindset in an education system. Countries whose goal is economic development often focus on fostering an entrepreneurial mindset in each individual.
Increasingly.
More and more.
Examples:
Increasingly become common. face increasingly complicated challenges. Our company found it increasingly difficult to keep up with the competition.
Incredibly.
In a way that is very difficult to believe, exceedingly, or extremely.
Examples:
incredibly cheerful character. Get incredibly insecure. Several cities are experiencing incredibly high unemployment rates.
Consensus:
general agreement or accord in the judgment or opinion reached by a group as a whole.
Examples:
a public consensus. Consensus among scientists. The two parties have reached a consensus.
Physically.
In a way related to a person's body or appearance rather than their mind.
Examples:
physically and mentally. Stay physically fit. Having a physically healthy physique is essential for a great life.
Distance:
the amount of space between 2 points, measured in units such as miles, meters, or kilometers, the extent, scope, or range between two things, such as distance or emotional distance.
Examples:
driving distance. Social distance. The marathon runner covered a long distance in a short amount of time.
Slightly.
In a small degree or extent, a little.
Examples:
increase slightly. Slightly alkaline soils. He moved his body slightly to the left.
Curve:
a bend or angle in a line or surface that deviates from a straight or flat path, a gradual or smooth change in direction or shape.
Examples:
learning curve. Yield curve. The curve in the road was so sharp that I had to slow down to navigate it safely.
Ultimate:
furthest or highest in degree or order.
Examples:
the ultimate goal in life. The ultimate luxury. Management must take ultimate responsibility for the accident.
Infection:
a condition in which pathogenic microorganisms or viruses have entered the body.
Examples:
a bacterial infection. Treat the infection with antibiotics. Hospitals must meet various standards to prevent nosocomial infections.
Norm:
something that is regarded as usual, typical, or standard.
Examples:
norm of action. Cultural norm. The systems we have developed has accepted as industry norms.
Introductory:
intended as an introduction or preliminary, serving as a base or starting point.
Examples:
introductory biology text. Product introductory sale. The introductory class was designed to give students a basic understanding of the subject.
Stick.
To put something, usually a sharp object, into something, noun, a thin piece of wood or other material.
Examples:
Stick a key in a lock. Fire stick. You stick a bill in the change machine, and the coins pop out.
Invite.
To ask someone to come or join, to offer an opportunity or possibility for something to happen or take place.
Examples:
Invite guests. Invite criticism. We want to invite you to our annual charity event.
Institute.
An organization that has a specific purpose, particularly one dealing with science, education, or a particular profession. Verb, to initiate, introduce, or establish something.
Examples:
Institute a lawsuit. Research institutes. This region has many institutes offering higher education.
Ethics.
A branch of philosophy that considers what is morally right and wrong conduct, a set of beliefs about what is morally right and wrong.
Examples:
Political ethics. Ethics of journalism. This scripture provides the code of ethics for the religion.
Fundamental.
Forming an essential base or core from which everything else develops or is affected.
Examples:
Fundamental education. Fundamental rights. Human behavior has fundamental characteristics.
Ethical.
Of or relating to principles about what is right and wrong, or the branch of knowledge dealing with these.
Examples:
An ethical doctrine. Shoulder ethical responsibility. The president must have the highest ethical standards.
Extraordinary.
Exceptional, unexpected, very unusual, surpassing the ordinary or usual.
Examples:
Extraordinary ability. Extraordinary weather. He narrated the extraordinary story of his adventure.
Multidisciplinary.
Integrating or involving various academic fields or different skills in a topic or problem-solving approach.
Examples:
Multidisciplinary project. Multidisciplinary analysis. He adopted a multidisciplinary research approach to unravel complex phenomena.
Economical.
Providing a satisfactory return on the money, time, or effort, not using more money, fuel, etc. than necessary.
Examples:
Economical use of her time. An economical meal. It is more economical to wash your plastic bottle and reuse it.
Obsess.
To fill the mind of someone continually so that one can't think of anything else.
Examples:
obsess over her weight. He is obsessed with the fear. He's utterly obsessed with his promotion.
Compelling.
Arousing strong and irresistible interest, attention, or admiration.
Examples:
Tell a compelling story. New and compelling evidence. His compelling presentation deeply moved everyone.
Ado.
An action, fuss, or commotion, often over a trivial or unimportant matter, unnecessary activity or effort.
Examples:
Much ado. Kick up ado. We need to resolve this issue without any further ado.
Grateful.
Feeling or showing an appreciation of kindness, thankful.
Examples:
A grateful breeze. Put a grateful expression. She was grateful for the help he provided.
Complexity.
The state or quality of being complicated or intricate and difficult to understand.
Examples:
Cognitive complexity. Complexity theory. The project's complexity made it difficult for the team to complete it on time.
Logic.
A way of thinking or reasoning conducted or evaluated by strict validity principles, the study of correct reasoning or good arguments.
Examples:
An indisputable logic. A demonstration in logic. There's no logic in his description.
Economy.
The system by which a country or region produces, manages, and distributes goods and services, including the money and finances involved in these activities, of an airline, the lowest priced, most basic option for seating in commercial travel.
Examples:
Economy of scale. Economy class. The economy of the country is struggling due to the recent political instability.
Stake.
A share or financial investment in something such as a business, a wooden or metal post set up to mark something.
Examples:
Execution by burning at a stake. By the company's stake. The stake of the company is too high nowadays.
Frame.
A strong border or structure of the wood, metal, etc. that surrounds something such as a picture, door, or window.
Examples:
A picture frame. The frame of the policy. The detective looked for fingerprints on the window frame.
Restart.
To start something again, especially after a pause or interruption.
Examples:
Restart a game. Restart a nuclear reactor. She tried to restart the conversation after the awkward silence.
Recognize.
To acknowledge or realize something or someone, to identify, remember, or become aware of something that was previously known or encountered.
Examples:
Recognize talent. Recognize achievement. It's important to recognize your strengths and weaknesses.
Threat.
A strong indication or likelihood of harm, danger, or adverse consequences. An expression of intent to inflict harm or injury on someone or something, often made as a means of coercion or intimidation.
Examples:
Economic threat. Environmental threat. The threat of severe weather prompted the city to issue an evacuation warning.
Simultaneously.
At the same time.
Examples:
Simultaneously affected. Take several inputs simultaneously. Two students answered the teacher's question simultaneously.
Virus.
A tiny infectious organic material that causes disease in people, animals, and plants.
Examples:
Spread of the virus. A strain of virus. An infected person in the hospital will likely pass the virus to others.
Unfold.
To open up or spread out something that is folded or rolled up. To reveal or disclose something that was previously hidden or unknown.
Examples:
Unfold the story. Unfold the stroller. The mystery unfolded as the detectives gathered more clues.
Impede.
To obstruct or block someone or something, to slow down or prevent progress.
Examples:
Impede a close relationship. Impede development. The traffic jam impeded our progress to reach the destination on time.
Collapse.
To fall down or give way suddenly, often after breaking apart.
Examples:
The stock market collapsed. Ready to collapse. The roof finally collapsed after 3 days and 3 nights of heavy snowfall.
Legitimacy.
The state or quality of being allowed and acceptable under the law. The state or quality of being founded on a reasonable or acceptable reason.
Examples:
Democratic legitimacy. Challenge the legitimacy. I'm going to deny the legitimacy of his claim.
Crisis.
A time of great disagreement, confusion, or danger when problems must be resolved or critical decisions must be taken.
Examples:
Financial crisis. Crisis management. The Chinese word for crisis comprises 2 characters, one for danger and the other for opportunity.
Institutionalize.
To establish or make something a part of an institution, equals a place such as a university, hospital, etc.
Examples:
Institutionalize a system. Institutionalize customary laws. The new policy aims to institutionalize the use of renewable energy sources.
Defend.
To protect someone or something from attack, criticism, danger, etc.
Examples:
Defend my country. Defend against a threat. International law allows each nation to defend itself when its rights and interests are illegally violated.
Devastate.
To wreck a place or an area or cause significant damage.
Examples:
Devastate an area. Devastate the economy. Earthquakes can also trigger tsunamis, which devastate coastal areas.
Duration.
The length of time something lasts or continues.
Examples:
The duration of insurance. Short duration. The military incarcerated him for the duration of the war.
Extensive.
Covering a large area, having a wide range.
Examples:
Extensive experience. Have extensive vocabulary. The incident attracted extensive media coverage throughout the world.
Integrate.
To combine one thing with another so that they form a whole or work together. To accept equal participation for members of all races and ethnic groups.
Examples:
Integrate into the existing system. Integrate both businesses. He found that it is difficult to integrate socially.
Strategy.
A detailed plan of action designed to achieve a long-term or overall goal.
Examples:
Military strategy. Develop a strategy. Our plan includes a comprehensive marketing strategy.
Disease.
A disorder or illness that affects the body or mind, often characterized by specific symptoms or abnormal functioning of organs or systems.
Examples:
Disease prevention. Disease control. The doctor diagnosed him with a rare disease that had no known cure.
Combination.
A collection of things that have been combined, an assemblage of separate parts or qualities.
Examples:
Genic combinations. Combination number. The combination to the safe was a secret.
Resilient.
Able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions.
Examples:
A hard and resilient steel. Resilient population. She is a resilient person and has always bounced back from setbacks.
Aim.
To try or plan to get or achieve something.
Examples:
Aim at a specific target. Aim to be a nurse. We aim for an overseas expansion.
Capitalism.
An economic system based on the private ownership of the means of production and their operation for profit.
Examples:
Advance capitalism. Under the umbrella of capitalism. Capitalism also guarantees intellectual property rights and thus promotes innovation.
Desperate.
Feeling or showing a lack of hope and a willingness to do anything because of the problematic situation.
Examples:
Her desperate screams. Desperate attempt. He was desperate when he lost all his money by gambling.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Opportune occasion. An opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Function.
The purpose or use of an object, system, or process, a particular activity or operation that is designed to serve a specific purpose, a mathematical concept that describes a relationship between two sets of values, called the input and output sets. Verb, to operate or work in a specific way, or to perform a particular task or purpose.
Examples:
Function properly. Immune function. The brain is an incredibly complex organ that controls the body's function.
Well-being.
The state of being happy and healthy and prosperous.
Examples:
The well-being of a nation. A sense of well-being. We are responsible for the care and well-being of all our employees.
Suicide.
The act of killing yourself intentionally.
Examples:
Commit suicide. Suicide attack. In an economically prosperous country, most male suicide is due to child support problems.
Depression.
A mental condition in which a person feels very unhappy and without hope for the future, a severe recession in an economy or market.
Examples:
The Great Depression. The root problem of her depression. Depression symptoms might include a decrease in appetite and weight loss.
Recession.
A period of economic decline, typically lasting for 6 months or more, during which trade and industrial activity decrease, and unemployment increases.
Examples:
Recession period. Recover from a recession. The country is facing a recession, with high unemployment and low GDP.
Intractable.
Difficult to manage or control, stubborn or obstinate.
Examples:
Intractable pain. Intractable situation. The intractable problem defied a solution.
Isolate.
To physically or socially separate someone or something from other people or things.
Examples:
Isolate a compound. Isolate a patient. You should not isolate them from the community.
Encounter.
To face something, particularly something unpleasant or difficult, while attempting to do something else, to meet, especially unexpectedly.
Examples:
Encounter a crisis. Encounter a storm. I'm prepared to encounter challenges throughout this adventure.
Novel.
An extended fictional work in prose, usually in the form of a story. Adjective, original and of a kind not seen before.
Examples:
Historical novel. Novel effect. The novel has largely gotten positive feedback.
Susceptible.
Easily influenced, harmed, or affected by something.
Examples:
A susceptible young woman. Susceptible of proof. Well-stretched muscles are less susceptible to injury.
Immunity.
The ability of an organism to resist infection or disease, often due to the presence of antibodies.
Examples:
Immunity booster. Immunity response. Vaccination is an effective way to build immunity against diseases.
Herd.
A group of animals of the same type that live or are kept together as livestock.
Examples:
Herd of cattle. The common herd. He was riding herd on the sheep during the day.
Achieve.
To successfully complete a task or goal, often through hard work, perseverance, and dedication, to attain or accomplish something that one has set out to do.
Examples:
Achieve success. Achieve milestones. I will work hard to achieve my goals and realize my dreams.
Vaccinate.
To treat with a vaccine, usually by injection, to produce immunity against a disease.
Examples:
Vaccinate against scarlet fever. Vaccinate every year. The nurse vaccinated the children in the school.
Vaccine.
A substance that is put into the body and protects them from disease by causing them to produce antibodies, equals proteins that attack harmful bacteria, viruses, etc.
Examples:
Development of vaccines. An oral vaccine. The mRNA vaccine was approved in less than a year because it did not contain the fragments of the target virus.
Pathway.
A track that constitutes or serves as a path, an approach, or a way of doing something.
Examples:
Pathway to understanding. Cellular signaling pathways. When the first molecule in the pathway receives a signal, it activates other molecules.
Magnitude.
The extent, level, importance, or amount of something.
Examples:
a star of the first magnitude. The magnitude of the disaster. The magnitude of the earthquake was measured at 7.8 on the Richter scale.
Estimate:
to guess or calculate the cost, the size, value, etc. of something.
Examples:
estimate of fair value. Estimate this chicken to weigh 3 pounds. We estimated the season's total trade deficit at $50 billion.
Exposed:
having no protection or shield from something, such as bad weather, attack, or criticism.
Examples:
exposed to radiation. An exposed rock. Tech companies often employ exposed ducts and other materials in their office interiors.
Destabilize:
to cause something to become less stable or secure.
Examples:
destabilize the market. Destabilize a good relationship. The political crisis destabilized the country and caused widespread turmoil.
Process:
a series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal, a systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective, a method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Broad:
very wide, general.
Examples:
attract broad attention. A broad mind. He accumulated wealth across a broad spectrum of assets.
Substitute:
a person or thing acting or serving instead of another one. Verb, to act as a something or someone instead of another one.
Examples:
substitute coffee. Substitute teacher. I substitute skim milk for regular milk because we are on a strict diet.
Suffer:
to experience pain, distress, or hardship, to undergo or endure something painful or unpleasant.
Examples:
suffer a setback. Suffer bad grades. The older man suffers from arthritis and finds it difficult to move around.
Argue:
to express differing opinions or points of view, often in a heated or contentious manner, to present a case or reasoning to persuade or convince others.
Examples:
argue a case. Argue passionately. The couple began to argue over which restaurant to go to for dinner.
Underreport:
to give an insufficient or incomplete account of something, often intentionally or due to negligence, to deliberately or accidentally provide less information than what is accurate or required.
Examples:
underreport the number of employees. Underreport expenses. Some companies underreport their profits to avoid paying higher taxes.
Multiply.
To add a number to itself a specified number of times, to increase or cause to increase very much in number or quantity.
Examples:
Multiply 5 and 6. Multiply about 100-fold. Multiply a number by itself twice.
Horrible.
Extremely unpleasant or bad, causing fear or disgust.
Examples:
Horrible accident. Horrible smell. The experience was horrible and left a lasting impression.
Alternative.
One of two or more available possibilities or choice.
Examples:
An alternative plan. There is no other alternative. Doctors are gradually coming around to the idea of using alternative medicines.
Minimize.
To make something, especially something bad, small or less serious.
Examples:
Minimize a loss. Way to minimize conflict. I bought a gadget before my trip to help minimize stress during the flight.
Initial.
Of or happening at the beginning, noun, the first letter of a word, especially a person's name.
Examples:
Initial velocity. An initial letter. They took the initial step toward reconciliation.
Infectious.
Able to be passed quickly from one person, animal, or plant to another, especially through air or water.
Examples:
An infectious fever. Person's smile is infectious. Leprosy is an indolent infectious disease.
Bug.
Any tiny insect, a fault or defect in a computer program, system, or machine.
Examples:
Bug bites. Number of bug fixes. I found a stink bug crawling across the ceiling.
Scenario.
A description of possible actions or events in the future, a written outline of a play, film, or literary work.
Examples:
The worst case scenario. Number of different scenarios. The president prepared several possible scenarios for an enemy attack.
Lurch.
To make a sudden, abrupt movement, to stagger or sway unsteadily, to experience a sudden change or reversal. Noun, a sudden, unsteady, or awkward movement or motion, often to one side or another.
Examples:
A lurch in the stock market. Lurch back and forth. The car suddenly lurched forward as we hit a pothole.
Suddenly.
Quickly and unexpectedly.
Examples:
Suddenly attacked by an enemy. Die suddenly. Who answers suddenly knows little.
Explode.
To burst or break open violently and noisily, to cause something to burst or break open.
Examples:
explode in anger. Explode in popularity. The old building exploded in a fiery inferno.
Retreat.
The act of moving back or withdrawing from a position or situation, a period of rest or relaxation away from work or everyday life.
Examples:
retreat deeper into their territory. Retreat in a mountain region. Many people go on a retreat to recharge and reconnect with themselves.
Attractive.
Immensely appealing in look or sound, having characteristics or qualities that make something appealing and valuable.
Examples:
attractive men. Attractive opportunity. The growth of the sharing economy is attractive for tech companies.
Peak.
The point to which something or someone is at its strongest, best, or most successful, the pointed top of a mountain.
Examples:
at peak hour. The peak current in the circuit. This measurement aims to reduce traffic at peak periods.
Tremendous.
Very great in degree or extent or amount or impact, extremely good.
Examples:
tremendous amount. Tremendous popularity. We had a tremendous time yesterday.
Damage.
To harm or cause injury to something or someone, often resulting in decreased value or functionality, to impair or negatively affect something, such as a reputation or relationship. Noun, harm or injury that is caused to a person, thing, or entity.
Examples:
damage a relationship. Damage assessment. During the surgery, the doctor had to be extremely cautious not to damage a blood vessel.
Upfront.
Frank and honest, adverb, of payment in advance.
Examples:
an upfront tone. Pay up front. He was very upfront with him about his intentions.
Recover.
To return to a former condition, health, mind, or strength.
Examples:
recover a loss. Recover approval ratings. She is still recovering from a shot to her shoulder.
Uncertain.
Not being sure of something, not being able to choose.
Examples:
numerous uncertain factors. Take an uncertain attitude. She was uncertain about her friend's intentions.
Ruinous.
Causing complete destruction or ruin, highly damaging or harmful, often to the point of causing collapse or failure.
Examples:
ruinous fire. Politically ruinous. The company's financial mismanagement led to a ruinous loss of profits.
Feat.
A notable or impressive achievement, especially one that requires great skill or bravery.
Examples:
Intellectual feat. Feat accomplishment. It is an incredible feat to climb Mount Everest, the highest mountain in the world.
Degree.
A unit of measurement for angles, temperature, or level of proficiency or achievement, a rank or level of academic or professional attainment.
Examples:
Bachelor's degree. Degree centigrade. She received her degree in psychology from the university.
Comparison.
The consideration or examination of the similarities between two or more people or things.
Examples:
Ease of comparison. Comparison of foods on a caloric basis. I've included the two designs for a comparison.
Span.
The entire length of something, such as time or space from beginning to end, the amount of space that something covers.
Examples:
The span of a bird's wings. The average lifespan. He slightly modified the span of training because it was just before a match.
Influenza.
Formal for flu, a highly contagious viral disease that causes fever, severe aching, and catarrh and often occurs in epidemics.
Examples:
An epidemic outbreak of influenza. Influenza B strain. The research institute allocated a lot of money to study the cause and prevention of influenza.
Asymptomatic.
Not experiencing or exhibiting any symptoms of a particular disease or condition, even though the individual may be infected or affected by it.
Examples:
Asymptomatic carrier. Asymptomatic infection. The study showed that 1/3 of infected individuals could remain asymptomatic throughout the disease.
Symptom.
Any sensation or change in body or mind that is experienced by a patient and is associated with a particular disease.
Examples:
Symptoms of low testosterone. Neurotic symptoms. The patient displays a symptom of a side effect.
Imprecise.
Not exact or accurate, not clearly stated or defined, lacking in specificity or detail.
Examples:
Imprecise instructions. Imprecise language. The imprecise measurements led to erroneous results in the experiment.
Vector.
A quantity that has both magnitude and direction, often used in mathematics, physics, and engineering to describe forces, velocities, or other physical phenomena, any agent, person or animal, or microorganism, that carries and transmits a disease.
Examples:
Disease vector. A vector operation. The mosquito is a common vector for many diseases, including malaria and Zika.
Outwit.
To defeat or overcome someone cleverly or cunningly by outsmarting them, to be more clever or cunning than someone else.
Examples:
Outwit a problem. Outwit his competitors. He could outwit his opponents with his quick thinking and clever strategy.
Massive.
Enormous amount, very heavy and solid.
Examples:
Massive amounts. Massive stars. The recent economic downturn has resulted in massive layoffs.
Ramp.
A sloping surface connecting two levels or inclines, typically used for the movement of people, vehicles, or goods.
Examples:
The ramp of a chasm. An exit ramp. The wheelchair user needed a ramp to access the building's entrance.
Combine.
To join or merge to form a single thing or group.
Examples:
Combine chemically with another substance. Combine augmented reality. Hydrogen and oxygen combine to form water.
Individual.
A single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples:
A private individual. Individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Quarantine.
A state of isolation imposed on people or animals to prevent the spread of disease.
Examples:
Out of quarantine. Mandatory quarantine. Due to the outbreak, the government imposed a 2-week quarantine for all travelers.
Align.
To put or arrange two or more things in a straight line or to form a straight line.
Examples:
Align the economic interest of each other. Align with a historical trend. Both parties are now entirely ideologically aligned.
Incubate.
To keep warm and protected, especially to hatch eggs, to develop and nurture.
Examples:
Incubate terrorism in developing countries. Incubate an idea. The scientists decided to incubate the eggs for further study.
Conservative.
Holding traditional views and values and opposed to change or innovation.
Examples:
A conservative society. Conservative about production. He always makes a conservative estimation when predicting future sales.
Opposed.
Being completely different from something or disagreeing strongly with something.
Examples:
Two opposed characters. Absolutely opposed to abortion. I'm strongly opposed to that plan.
Regime.
The organization, a system, or method that is the governing authority of a political unit.
Examples:
A puppet regime. Exercise regime. Totalitarian regimes are less likely to innovate because they deprive individuals of economic incentives.
Universal.
Existing or affecting everywhere or everyone.
Examples:
Universal life. Principles of universal design. The picture earned near universal acclaim from critics.
Efficient.
Performing at the highest level of productivity with the least wasted effort or resources, capable of achieving maximum output with minimum wasted effort, time, or materials.
Examples:
Efficient operation. Energy efficient appliances. The new washing machine is much more efficient than the old one.
Principle.
A fundamental law or truth that explains or controls how something happens or works.
Examples:
Principle of treatment. Principle in business. Efficiency isn't an essential principle here, fairness is.
Excuse.
A reason or explanation, either true or invented, given to justify a fault or defend your behavior. Verb, to make someone free from blame or clear from guilt.
Examples:
Excuse for inaction. Perfect excuse. He quickly fabricated an excuse for not attending the meeting.
Cough.
To expel air from the lungs suddenly and noisily, often as a reaction to irritation, illness, or some other physical condition. Noun, a sudden, forceful expulsion of air from the lungs, often accompanied by a distinctive sound.
Examples:
Cough several times. Persistent cough. I can't stop coughing and think I might have caught a cold.
Experiment.
The scientific test conducted to observe what happens and gain new knowledge.
Examples:
Experiment design. Series of experiments. His experiments showed highly positive results.
Infinite.
Unlimited or very great, impossible to measure.
Examples:
Infinite appetite. Infinite in supply. The battle had an infinite impact on the nation.
Regardless.
Not paying attention or considering something or someone even if the situation is bad or there are difficulties.
Examples:
Regardless of the difficulties. Regardless tread. People can pick out superior products regardless of the quality of the advertising.
Immediately.
Now or without delay.
Examples:
Immediately recall a product. Write him an answer immediately. A suspension order from the court is effective immediately.
Proposal.
A formal suggestion or offer, sometimes a written one.
Examples.
An innovative proposal. Details of his proposal. Our skeleton outline of the proposal met with much opposition.
Ingenuity.
The quality of inventing things or solving problems in clever new ways.
Examples.
The infinite ingenuity of man. Abound in ingenuity. Creativity and ingenuity are often brought about by extreme concentration.
Administer.
To oversee and control the operation or arrangement of something.
Examples.
Administer justice. Administer the funds. After the accident, 3 governmental bodies administer the company.
Purity.
The state of being undiluted or unmixed with anything else, the state of being free from immorality, especially of a sexual nature.
Examples.
The degree of purity. High purity. Higher purity requires additional equipment and energy.
Random.
Made, done, or happening without method, conscious decision, or any regular pattern.
Examples.
A random choice. Bombs fell at random. To find drunk drivers, police conduct random tests.
Identify.
To recognize someone or something and say or prove who or what they are.
Examples.
Identify handwriting. Identify gene sequences. I will introduce you to how to identify the leading causes of the malfunction.
Trace.
To find or discover someone or something that was lost.
Examples.
Trace a telephone call. Trace back to medieval times. Let's trace the origins of some familiar foreign words.
Warn.
To make someone aware of potential danger or difficulty, particularly one that may occur in the future.
Examples.
Warn a reckless driver. Warned me of the plan. I attempted to warn him, but he ignored me.
Probable.
Likely to happen or likely to be true.
Examples.
Probable outcome. Probable cause of a fire. It seems probable that he has forgotten our scheduled meeting.
Moderately.
To an average size, amount, degree, or strength.
Examples.
A moderately hot day. Eat moderately. The dance classes he started were moderately successful.
Regimen.
A prescribed course of medical treatment, diet, or exercise for the promotion or restoration of health.
Examples:
Fitness regimen, regimen of chemotherapy. My doctor prescribed a strict regimen of exercise and healthy eating to help me lose weight.
Intrude.
To enter or to be present in a place or situation where one is not wanted or allowed. To interrupt or disturb someone or something.
Examples:
Intrude on his personal space. Intrude on other people's conversations. The loud music from the party next door intruded into my peaceful evening at home.
Swoop.
To rapidly or forcefully descend upon something or someone from a great height or distance, to rush or pounce upon.
Examples:
Swoop down the water slide. Swoop up the escalator. The eagle swooped down from the sky to catch its prey.
Unpack.
To open and remove stored items from a container or package. To analyze or examine something in detail, often to clarify or understand it better.
Examples:
Unpack a crate. Unpack a concept. I need to unpack my suitcase and put my clothes away.
Complicated.
Involving a lot of different things or parts in a way that is difficult to understand or analyze.
Examples:
A complicated process. Become increasingly complicated. He did complicated pen and ink drawings in just a few days.
App.
Abbreviation for application, software designed to run on smartphones and other mobile devices or inside a web browser on a PC.
Examples:
Killer app. Cannot log into the app. The discovery of a critical bug caused the company to delay the app's release.
Predict.
To state beforehand that something will happen in the future, mainly based on knowledge or experience.
Examples:
Predict the future. Predict when she will arrive. It's notoriously challenging to predict birth rates.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Intrusion.
The act of entering a place or situation where one is not welcome or invited. The action or process of forcing a body of molten rock between or through existing formations without reaching the surface.
Examples:
Unwarranted intrusion. Intrusion prevention. The intrusion of the hackers into the company's database caused significant damage.
Discuss.
To talk about or examine in detail, through conversation or debate, to exchange ideas, opinions, or information on a particular topic.
Examples:
Discuss options. Discuss solutions. We need to discuss the next steps for the project during our meeting tomorrow.
Democracy.
A form of government in which the people have the authority to deliberate and decide legislation, or to choose governing officials to do so.
Examples:
Democracy advocate. Principles of democracy. Democracy often entails inclusive capitalism as well.
Capita.
A Latin word meaning head, used to express the amount for each person, any head or head-like expansion on a structure, as on a bone.
Examples:
Per capita sales. The agricultural yield per capita. GDP per capita shrunk by almost 10% for the third consecutive year.
Prevalence.
The state or condition of being widespread or common, the extent or frequency of occurrence of a disease or condition in a given population at a specific time.
Examples:
Prevalence rate. High prevalence of a diabetes. The prevalence of allergies has increased in recent years.
Consequence.
The outcome of a particular action or event, especially relative to an individual.
Examples:
Unintended consequences. The consequence of an argument. These economic activities had disastrous environmental consequences.
Specific.
Clearly defined or particular to a certain thing or situation, distinct, explicit, and precise.
Examples:
Specific instructions. Industry-specific regulations. The scientist conducted a study that provided specific details about the species' behavior.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Core.
The most essential or fundamental part of something.
Examples:
The core of an apple. Core business activity. These gas nebulas are merely newborn galactic cores.
Tracer.
A substance or device that makes something visible or distinguishable by leaving a visible mark or path behind it. A person or thing that traces, tracks, or follows. Of graphics, a tool or technique used to produce a precise outline of an image.
Examples:
Radioactive tracer. Biological tracer. The tracer gun fired a bright light that helped the hunters find their prey in the dark. Technological. Based on scientific and industrial progress.
Examples:
technological advancement, technological policy. Technological advances have disrupted many industries.
Diversity.
The quality or fact of many different types of things, or people being included in something, a range of different things or people.
Examples:
the diversity policy of the university, lingual diversity. He was impressed by the range and diversity of the collection.
Communicate.
To share or exchange information with others by speaking, writing, moving your body, or using other signals.
Examples:
communicate his anxieties to the psychiatrist. Communicate well with my advisor. Dolphins use sound to communicate with each other.
Proximity.
The state or quality of being near or close to something, or someone in distance or time.
Examples:
proximity sensor, geographical proximity. The proximity of the two cities makes it easy to travel between them.
Alert.
To warn or arouse to a sense of danger. Adjective, paying close attention or being in a state of readiness for action.
Examples:
alert consumers to the dangers. Alert system. The company's cybersecurity team alerted the CEO to potential threats.
Concept.
An idea or principle associated with something abstract.
Examples:
learn new concepts. Concept car. One such rapidly growing concept is quantum cryptography.
Structure.
The way of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts, or a complex thing constructed of many parts.
Examples:
the structure of a machine. Structure and function of the brain. The organizational structure of startups is often flat and straightforward.
Innovative.
Introducing or using new methods, ideas, etc.
Examples:
use of innovative technology. Stylistically innovative works. The Prime Minister stressed the need to create innovative industries.
Privacy.
Someone's right to keep their personal matters and relationships not watched or interrupted by other people.
Examples:
privacy abuse. Trespass on a person's privacy. This conduct would be an invasion of privacy.
Protective.
Serving to protect or shield from harm or danger, designed to prevent damage or injury.
Examples:
protective coating. Protective measures. Wearing protective gear is crucial for athletes to prevent injuries.
Encrypt.
To convert information or data into a code, thereby making it unreadable without a key or password. To conceal or obscure information in a way that makes it inaccessible to unauthorized persons.
Examples:
Encrypt data. Encrypt message. To protect their sensitive information, many businesses encrypt their files.
Token.
Something that serves as a symbol, sign, or expression of something else, a physical object representing a particular idea or concept.
Examples:
Digital token. Token payment. As a token of appreciation, the teacher gave each student a small gift at the end of the school year.
Regard.
To think about or consider somebody or something in a specified way.
Examples:
Regard him as an enemy. Regard the situation as unfortunate. Frugality and industry are still regarded as virtues.
Peer.
A person who has the same age, status, or ability.
Examples:
Peer group. Peer review. Among young people, peer pressure can be pretty influential.
Repository.
A place where things are stored in large quantities and can be found.
Examples:
Wine repository. Repository of useful knowledge. The ocean is a rich repository of natural resources.
Roll.
To move in a particular direction by turning over and over or from side to side.
Examples:
Roll a ball. Roll down his cheeks. He was exhausted and rolled into bed as soon as he got home.
Database.
A large amount of data stored in a computer system in such a way that it can be searched and updated easily.
Examples:
Database administrator. Employee database. Each country's officials can access the central database.
Exchange.
To give something and receive something else in return, often with the implication that the items being traded are of equal or comparable value. Noun, the act of giving or taking something in return for something else. A place or system where goods or services can be bought, sold, or traded.
Examples:
Exchange rate. Exchange a few friendly words. My sister and I frequently exchange books as we love reading.
Server.
A computer program or a device from which other computers get information. A person who serves food in a restaurant.
Examples:
A mail server. Work as a server in a restaurant. After the airing of the TV commercial, many people accessed the website, and the server went down.
Delete.
To remove something, especially that has been written, to wipe out digitally or magnetically recorded information.
Examples:
Delete a file. Delete this modification. Highlight the sentences that you want to delete.
Expire.
To come to the end of the period of validity of a document, authorization, agreement, etc.
Examples:
Expires next month. It will expire. I forgot to renew my driver's license, and it expired.
Interact.
To communicate or react with somebody.
Examples:
Interact directly with customers. Interact with one another. He should interact more with his colleagues.
Cobble.
A rounded, irregularly shaped stone used for paving streets or for building walls. Verb, to make or repair something in a rough and hurried way.
Examples:
Cobble driveway. Cobble up a policy accord. The town is known for its historic cobble streets, which were laid by hand in the 19th century.
Statistics.
The discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data.
Examples:
Statistics for cancer. Official statistics. The statistics demonstrate that poverty and unemployment are genuine problems.
Insure.
To provide coverage in the event of loss or damage.
Examples:
Insure my house against fire. Ensure domestic tranquility. I will insure my car before I go on a road trip.
Vulnerable.
Capable of being hurt or influenced physically or mentally.
Examples:
A vulnerable bridge. Vulnerable parts of the body. Infants and pregnant women are particularly vulnerable.
Critic.
Someone who expresses opinions about the quality of books, music, etc.
Examples:
Art critic. Severe critic. Advocates for legal reform hear less harsh words from their critics.
Tweak.
To pinch or squeeze something sharply, to adjust something finely.
Examples:
Tweak his cheek. Tweak the economy. He didn't tweak the plan, even though he had time.
Relate.
To establish a connection or association between two or more things. To narrate or tell about an event, experience, or relationship. To empathize or feel sympathy with someone or something.
Examples:
Relate a story. Relate a message. He tried to relate his experience to the group, but they couldn't understand.
Stem.
The central part of something from which other parts can develop or grow, the part of a word common to all its inflected variants. Verb, to grow out of, have roots in, or originate in.
Examples:
Stem from a belief. The stem of a matchstick. A rose has thorns on its stem.
Fragment.
A small piece or part broken off or detached.
Examples.
Fragment of a text. A broken fragment. The archaeologist carefully pieced together the tiny fragments of pottery found at the dig site.
Overcome.
To succeed in controlling or dealing with something, such as a problem or difficulty, to defeat or overwhelm someone.
Examples.
Overcome opponents. Overcome all difficulties. He tried to overcome a bad reputation and win the election.
Spur.
A thing that encourages someone to do something. Any sharply pointed projection, verb, to incite or stimulate someone or something.
Examples.
Spur of the moment. Spur momentum of economic growth. The threat of losing his job was the spur he needed to work harder.
Improvisation.
The act of making something up on the spot or creating or performing something without preparation.
Examples.
Improvisation on stage. Jazz improvisation. He created a beautiful piece of music using only improvisation.
Coverage.
The reporting or news of an important event, sports, subject, etc., the amount, range, area, or quality of something that something provides.
Examples.
Full coverage insurance. Contractual coverage. The scandal received widespread media coverage.
Reverse.
To change something's direction, order, position, decision, etc., to the opposite one, adjective, directed or moving toward the rear.
Examples.
Reverse the trend. Reverse the order. The restaurant reversed a ban on smoking.
Legitimate.
Accordant with or allowed by law, lawful.
Examples.
A legitimate child. Legitimate question. Public political demonstrations are considered legitimate rights for citizens.
Liberty.
The state of being free within society from oppressive restrictions imposed by authority on one's way of life, behavior, or political views.
Examples.
Personal liberty. Liberty as a right. The founding fathers fought for the liberty of the American people.
Premise.
A statement or proposition that is held to be true or from which a conclusion can be drawn.
Examples.
The major premise. Make a premise. The book's premise is that the main character must save the world from an impending disaster.
Assume.
To think or accept something to be true without having proof of it, to take or begin to have power, to begin to exhibit a specific quality or appearance.
Examples:
assume a lousy attitude to his boss. Assume an important role. The following example assumes that the capacity of each battery is the same.
Breach.
A break or opening, often in a wall or barrier, which enables passage or entry, a violation or infraction of a law, agreement, or duty, often resulting in legal action or punishment.
Examples:
security breach, breach of privacy. The company's data breach compromised thousands of customers' personal information.
Likelihood.
The probability or chance that something will happen or be the case.
Examples:
likelihood of the success. Improve the likelihood of a cure. The likelihood of the project being completed on time is uncertain.
Hardware.
Durable tools, machinery, and other equipment, the physical and electronic parts of a computer or other electronic systems.
Examples:
the hardware department. A vast inventory of hardware. The mouse and keyboard are essential hardware for operating a PC.
Audit.
An official inspection of the accounting procedures and records of business by a trained accountant or CPA that is independent of the subject, a methodical inspection or review of a specific condition or situation.
Examples:
audit the books. Audit accounts. Our company will be audited by an accountant next week. Functional. Designed for or capable of a particular activity, purpose, or task, practical or ready for use or service.
Examples:
field of functional medicine. Functional deafness. The mobile phone was still functional even after being dropped.
Presume.
To suppose or assume something to be true, often without sufficient evidence or proof, to take liberties, behave impolitely, or overstep one's bounds, often due to arrogance or ignorance.
Examples:
presume innocence. Presume on his tolerance. I presume you've already made plans for the weekend since you didn't respond to my invitation.
Engineer.
A person whose job is designing, building, or maintaining something such as machines, structures, or software.
Examples:
a civil engineer. Engineer shortage. The engineer will repair my telephone tomorrow morning.
Fashion.
A style that is popular at a particular time or place, the state of being popular.
Examples:
go out of fashion. New fashion trends. That style is no longer in fashion.
Legislation. A
law or a set of laws suggested and then passed by a parliament, or the act of making or enacting laws.
Examples:
Anti-terrorist legislation. Introduce legislation. Similar legislation had already been rejected by the Parliament 4 times.
Prohibit.
To officially stop something from being done or used, especially by enforcing the law.
Examples:
Prohibit destructive activities. Prohibit the use of phone. Congress passed a law to prohibit the disposal of nuclear waste.
Commercialize.
To make something available for sale or use on a large scale.
Examples:
Commercialize my patents. Commercialize idea. The company is trying to commercialize its new product.
Coronavirus.
A large family of viruses that can cause illness in humans and animals, which name comes from the crown-like spikes on the surface of the virus, which can be seen under a microscope, and COVID-19 is caused by a specific type of coronavirus known as SARS-CoV-2.
Examples:
Coronavirus antibody test kit. Coronavirus bankruptcy. Considering the situation of coronavirus, organized stopped this year's beer festival.
Penalty.
A punishment for violating a law, rule, or contract.
Examples:
Death penalty. Corner of the penalty area. The lawyer was reinstated after paying the penalty.
Fence.
A structure, usually made of wood or metal, that encloses an area, typically for protection or to keep animals or people in or out. A dealer in stolen property.
Examples:
Fence post. A brushwood fence. She planted a hedge to serve as a natural fence around her garden.
Crack.
To break or cause to break without dividing into separate parts. Noun, a line on the surface of something along which it is separated without breaking.
Examples:
Crack an eggshell. A crack in a board. He that would eat the kernel must crack the nut.
Authoritarian.
Characterized by strict, absolute control and obedience to authority or rules, dictatorial and lacking in personal freedoms or individual rights.
Examples:
Authoritarian practice. Authoritarian government. The authoritarian leadership style left no room for dissent or alternative opinions.
Industrious.
Hardworking, diligent, and persistent in effort.
Examples:
Industrious worker. Industrious student. He was known to be very industrious and would often work late into the night.
Isolation.
The condition of being alone or lonely, the act or state of separation between persons or groups.
Examples:
Isolation booth. the country's isolation. That incident led to his isolation.
Societal.
Relating to society or social relationships.
Examples:
Societal norms. Societal expectations. The societal pressure to conform is strong in this community.
Asset.
Something or someone that is useful or valuable quality, skill, etc., valuable property.
Examples:
Frozen assets. Liquid assets of the company. A sense of humor is an invaluable asset in this job.
Solidarity.
Unity or agreement of feelings or actions among a group, especially among individuals with a common interest.
Examples:
Solidarity among union members. Solidarity action. The workers showed solidarity in their strike for better working conditions.
Perspective.
A certain attitude towards something, a particular style of thinking about something.
Examples:
A perspective view. Perspective of the battle. His father's death changed his whole perspective on life.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Opt.
To make a choice from a range of possibilities.
Examples:
Opt out of society. Opt for a traditional wedding. I decided to opt for premature retirement.
Tackle.
To try to deal with a complex problem or situation.
Examples:
Tackle the issue. Help tackle climate change. The government is determined to tackle sharp inflation.
Label.
A small piece of paper, fabric, or other material attached to an object and giving information about it. Verb, to assign to a category.
Examples:
A mailing label. Label a bag with my name. The label on the food package lists the ingredients and nutritional information.
Burrow.
To excavate a hole or make a tunnel in the ground by digging, typically for use as a dwelling of an animal.
Examples:
Burrow through the forest. Burrow into a mystery. You can't burrow through solid metal.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Recruit.
To persuade someone to work for a company, to find new members for an organization, the armed forces, etc.
Examples:
Recruit a good worker. Recruit a new hire. The colonial government recruited militia support when civil war broke out.
Participate.
To take part in something.
Examples:
Participate fully in conversation. Participate in the program. The majority of students actively participated in the college's intramural sports program.
Cultivate.
To prepare and foster land for growing crops or plants.
Examples:
Cultivate a field. Cultivate relationships. University is a great place to cultivate our minds and expertise.
Commitment.
A promise or firm decision to do something or to behave in a certain way.
Examples:
A commitment to an alliance. Meet his commitments. His business commitments took him to the United States.
Honesty.
The quality of being truthful, sincere, and morally upright, adherence to moral and ethical principles.
Examples:
Honesty policy. Honesty box. A culture of honesty in the workplace leads to better communication and productivity.
Tap.
To hit someone or something quickly, gently, and often repeatedly, to use existing resources such as energy, knowledge, etc.
Examples:
Tap a new market. Tap keyboard with an index finger. To expand the company, we must tap new human resources.
Context.
The circumstances, facts, or conditions that surround a particular event, situation, or statement and that give it meaning.
Examples:
Historical context. Legal context. It's important to understand the context of a situation before making a decision.
Labor.
Productive work, especially physical work done for wages, the people who do manual or physical work in a country or company for wage. Verb, to work hard or to strive and make an effort to reach a goal.
Examples:
Seasonal labor. Manual labor. In several countries, child labor is a serious social problem.
Discriminate.
To treat a person or particular group of people worse or better than another, especially in an unfair way, to recognize or perceive the difference between people or things.
Examples:
Discriminate against women employees. Discriminate between different things. You should not discriminate against minorities.
Parameter.
A numerical or other measurable factors that characterize a system or set of data.
Examples:
Parameter estimation. Parameter tuning. The temperature range was one of the critical parameters we had to consider when designing the experiment.
Proof.
A fact or piece of information that shows something is true or exists.
Examples:
documentary proof, a geometric proof. Proof is better than argument.
Workforce.
All the people who work in a company, industry, country, etc.
Examples:
skilled workforce. The workforce is on strike. Many companies outsource and hire consultants to keep their workforce flexible.
Negative.
Having the quality of something bad or harmful, expressing refusal.
Examples:
have a negative effect. A negative number. The movie has received almost universally negative criticism.
Precedent.
A previous event or action that serves as an example or rule to authorize or justify similar events or actions in the future.
Examples:
break with precedent. A bad precedent. The court used previous precedents to make its decision.
Employ.
To give somebody a job and pay them for it, to make use of.
Examples:
employ job seekers. Employ a new method. When making arrests, police officers frequently employ excessive force.
Routine.
A usual or habitual way of doing things, a set sequence of steps, part of a larger computer program.
Examples:
routine business. A built-in diagnostic routine. She studies gardening on a routine basis.
Preserve.
To keep or maintain a particular quality, feature, etc., especially to prevent it from decaying, being damaged, or being destroyed.
Examples:
preserve my strength. Preserve a country's heritage. They worked hard to preserve the nature of their native lands.
Debate.
A formal discussion or argument of opposing viewpoints, often to persuade others to adopt a specific position. A public discussion, often on an issue of current interest, in which participants offer opinions and differing perspectives.
Examples:
debate topic. Debate competition. The debate over climate change continues to be a hot topic in politics. Equilibrium. A state in which opposing forces or influences are balanced.
Examples:
equilibrium point. Political equilibrium. The company struggled to maintain an equilibrium between its profits and social responsibilities.
Patriot.
A person who loves their nation and would fight for it if required.
Examples:
blind patriot, zealous patriot. He is more of a hypocrite than a patriot, to be honest.
Renew.
To begin or resume something again after an interruption.
Examples:
renew a contract, renew its corporate image. I have to renew my passport by the middle of September.
Relentless.
Persistent and determined, continuing despite difficulties or setbacks.
Examples:
relentless attack, face relentless pressure. The athlete's relentless training paid off in the end.
Persuade.
To convince or induce someone to do something by presenting a reason or argument, to sway or influence someone's decision or opinion.
Examples:
attempt to persuade, persuade a hijacker to surrender. She tried to persuade her brother to join her on the trip.
Custom made.
Made to order or custom designed for a particular customer or client, tailored to meet individual needs or specifications.
Examples:
custom-made car, custom-made furniture. The bride wore a custom-made dress that was designed to fit her perfectly.
Subsequent.
Happening or occurring later or after something else.
Examples:
over subsequent months. Reduce subsequent mortality. In the subsequent meeting, the team discussed ways to improve productivity.
Abuse.
The use of something in an incorrect or harmful manner.
Examples:
the problem of drug abuse. Victim of sexual abuse. Our company has an audit team that monitors directors for abuse of authority.
Rigorous.
Allowing or demanding no deviation from a standard, extremely careful, thorough, or accurate.
Examples:
rigorous standards. Have rigorous criticism. The way he manages his employees is extremely rigorous.
Articulate.
To express oneself clearly and effectively in spoken or written language.
Examples:
articulate his position. Eloquently articulate. She was able to articulate her argument in the debate clearly.
Definitely.
Without any question and beyond doubt, clearly.
Examples:
definitely become a problem. Say definitely. The paper is definitely worth reading thoroughly.
Germ.
A very tiny living that causes the disease, a piece of something such as an organism, concept, etc., capable of growing into a new one or part of one.
Examples:
antibiotic-resistant germ. a germ-free environment. The germ of his idea came from watching birds flying in flocks.
Framework.
The structural components of a building or object that support its weight and give it form, the underlying structure of a system, concept, or text.
Examples:
Legal framework. The framework of a house. He devised a new analytical framework to capture the phenomenon.
Inherent.
Existing in something as a permanent, essential, or characteristic attribute.
Examples:
Inherent risk. Have an inherent dislike. Honesty is an inherent quality that everyone should strive to possess.
Trade-off.
A balance achieved between two desirable but incompatible features, an exchange that occurs as a compromise.
Examples:
Trade-off problem. Environmental trade-off. There was a trade-off between speed and accuracy in the task.
Conflict.
A strong disagreement, argument, or a violent clash between two opposing groups or individuals.
Examples:
The conflict between good and evil. The long-standing conflict. He and I often had conflicts, not only in personality, but also in ideology.
Evil.
Profoundly immoral, cruel, and wicked, having or exerting a harmful effect on people.
Examples:
Evil ways. A charm against evil. Corruption is an evil act for any reason.
Clash.
A fight or argument between two groups of people, a loud noise caused by striking against something.
Examples:
A clash of viewpoints. A clash between the two task forces. Her dress was a disturbing clash of colors.
Tainted.
Spoiled or contaminated, usually with something harmful, damaged in quality or taste.
Examples:
Tainted soil. Tainted reputation. The meat had to be thrown out because it was tainted with bacteria.
Extent.
The point or degree or area to which something extends.
Examples:
Certain extent. The extent of the damage. I was amazed at the extent of her generosity.
Judgment.
The ability to form valuable opinions and make reasonable decisions.
Examples:
An emotional judgment. Deliver a judgment. Her judgments are consistently rational and sensible.
Precise.
Sharply exact or accurate or delimited.
Examples:
Precise analyses. Estimate precise costs. The content is precise and informative for me.
Quantity.
The amount or number of something, magnitude.
Examples:
Half quantity, residual quantity. In southward, the average annual water quantity increases.
Monetize.
To earn money from something, such as an asset, business, etc., to coin into money.
Examples:
Monetize my skill. Monetize nickel. He explored ways to monetize his digital content.
Clarify.
To make something, such as a statement or situation, less confusing and more understandable.
Examples:
Clarify a goal. Clarify his feelings. The police tried to clarify the facts concerning her death.
Constitutional.
Of or relating to a constitution, equals the set of fundamental principles, especially of a country or government, existing as an essential characteristic.
Examples:
Constitutional ban. A constitutional disease. The right to free speech is a constitutional right in the United States.
Policy.
A set of rules, guidelines, principles, or procedures that govern decision-making or action, often used in the context of business or government. A course of action or plan of action adopted or followed by an organization or individual to achieve a goal or objective.
Examples:
Health policy. Foreign policy. The company's new policy on remote work has made it a more inclusive workplace.
Bunch.
A grouping of several similar things which are growing or fastened together.
Examples:
A bunch of trees. A bunch of schoolgirls. One bad apple spoils the whole bunch.
Libertarian.
A person who believes that people should be free to think and behave as they want and the government should only have a minimal level of control, and a person who advocates those beliefs.
Examples:
Libertarian group. Civil libertarian. Western liberal democracy serves as the foundation for the libertarian philosophy of the media.
Sacrifice.
The act of killing an animal or person or surrendering a possession as an offering to a deity. Verb, to give up something important or valuable to help another person or get or do something that seems more important.
Examples:
Small sacrifice for a great cause. Sacrifice anything to get ahead. You cannot accomplish great things without a sacrifice of your time or money.
Decision.
The act or process of making up someone's mind about something, a choice or judgment reached after considering options.
Examples:
Decision authority. A selfish decision. She was struggling to make a decision between two job offers.
Advocate.
A person who supports or suggests an idea, development, or way of doing something.
Examples:
An advocate of disarmament. Public education advocates. Advocates of abolishing the death penalty often argue that the alternative heaviest sentence should be life in prison.
Fan.
A person who admires and supports a person, group, sport, sports team, etc., a device for creating a current of air by the movement of a surface or surfaces.
Examples:
A film fan. Engine cooling fan. I'm a big fan of French food.
Spectrum.
An ordered array of colors into which a light beam can be split.
Examples:
A broad spectrum of opinion. Infrared spectrum. This device displayed the speech spectrum spectrographically.
Infringe.
To violate or break a rule, law, or agreement, often by trespassing or infringing on someone else's rights or property.
Examples:
Infringe a copyright. Infringe on our property. The company promised not to infringe on any of its competitors' patents.
Association.
A people or groups of people who have joined in a single organization together for a particular purpose, a social or business connection or relationship.
Examples:
Word associations. A scholarship association. His membership in the association provided him with numerous benefits.
Church.
A building or institution dedicated to religious worship or activities, a Christian religious organization or denomination.
Examples:
Church bell. Small church. The church on the corner is hosting a free community meal tonight.
Convention.
A large formal assembly of people who do a particular job or have a similar interest or of a political party, something regarded as a normative example.
Examples:
Convention center. Political convention. They met at biennial conventions.
Postpone.
To delay or reschedule something to a later time or date.
Examples:
Postpone meeting. Postpone event. Due to inclement weather, the game has been postponed until next week.
Contrast.
To put in opposition to show or emphasize differences.
Examples:
Contrast with a decade ago. Contrast two things. It's intriguing to compare and contrast the two authors.
Reshape.
To change the form or structure of something.
Examples:
Reshape education policy. Reshape my thoughts. The advent of the internet completely reshaped the manufacturing industry.
Impose.
To officially force a new law, tax, duty, etc., to be obeyed or received.
Examples:
Impose harsher sanctions. Impose tariffs. The problem with achievement tests is the narrowness they impose on students.
Amazing.
Extremely surprising, especially in a way that you like or admire.
Examples:
Amazing advances. The most amazing feeling. The golfer recorded an amazing distance.
Mechanism.
A part of a machine, or a set of parts that performs a task, a natural or established process that occurs during a specific situation or reaction.
Examples:
The mechanism for DNA replication. Defense mechanism. He discovered unique mechanisms for photochemical reactions.
Craft.
An activity that requires a particular skill in making things with one's hands.
Examples:
Craft arts of Japan. Craft manufacture. His hometown was where he first acquired the craft of wood carving.
Incentive.
Something, such as a punishment, reward, etc., that encourages a person to do something.
Examples:
Financial incentives. An incentive to work hard. They have no incentive to win the game.
Philosophy.
The study of general and fundamental questions, such as those about existence, reason, knowledge, values, mind.
Examples:
Philosophy of education. Western philosophy. Ethics is a branch of philosophy.
Scrutinize.
To examine carefully and critically, to inspect closely.
Examples:
Scrutinize her belongings. Scrutinize a suspect. The detective scrutinized the evidence for any clues.
Committed.
Willing to put in a lot of effort, time, and energy into something, firmly believing in something.
Examples:
In a committed relationship. Strong and committed sales staff. Our company is strongly committed to meeting customers' needs.
Consult.
To seek or get advice or information from a person, book, or other source having special knowledge on a particular subject.
Examples:
Regularly consult with a doctor. Consult my wallet. Always consult a lawyer before launching a business.
Advance.
To go or move forward, to develop in a positive way.
Examples:
Advance the technology. Advance a cooperative relationship. Scientific knowledge will advance significantly with the power of AI.
Epidemiology.
The study of the distribution and determinants of health-related states or events, including diseases, in specified populations, and the application of this study to the control of health problems.
Examples:
Epidemiology research, cancer epidemiology. The epidemiology of influenza has been well studied over the years, leading to the development of effective vaccines and treatment strategies.
Rely.
To require a certain thing or the assistance and support of someone or something in order to continue, run properly, or succeed.
Examples:
Rely on convenience stores. Rely entirely on him. Babies heavily rely on others for food.
Folk.
People in general, especially those of a particular group or type.
Examples:
Folk art. The folk songs of a particular district. Some seaweed was used as folk medicine in ancient times.
Bioethics.
The study of ethical issues related to life sciences and healthcare, particularly those related to the moral implications of scientific advances in medicine and biology.
Examples:
Bioethics Committee. Bioethics research. Using animals in medical research raises complex questions about bioethics and animal welfare.
Exciting.
Causing a lot of interest or excitement.
Examples:
Exciting football player. Exciting news. The findings of the experiment were both exciting and unexpected.
Disciplinary.
Of or relating to the punishment of people who break the rules, of or relating to a specific field of academic study.
Examples:
Disciplinary action. Take disciplinary measures. The school's disciplinary committee met to discuss the students' behavior.
Unexpected.
Not anticipated or regarded as likely to happen.
Examples:
An unexpected visitor. Some unexpected events. The unexpected rainstorm caused the collapse of the corral.
Obvious.
Easy to see, discover, or understand.
Examples:
Obvious reasons. His conclusion was obvious. There are obvious differences between the two wine-producing regions.
Tick.
A light, sharp, repetitive sound or action, a mark indicating that something is correct or has been done. Any of two families of small parasitic arachnids with barbed proboscis.
Examples:
Tick of the clock. Tick fever. I always put a tick mark next to the items on my grocery list after buying them.
Urgent.
Requiring immediate attention or action, pressing.
Examples:
An urgent telegram. Urgent situation. It is urgent that we leave for the airport now to catch our flight.
Giant.
Extremely big, much bigger or more important than similar items usually are.
Examples:
Giant trees. Giant tech company. The giant jets that gradually dominate the world's airlines.
Maxim.
A well-known phrase that expresses a general or fundamental truth, principle, or rule for behavior.
Examples:
Old maxim. Act upon a maxim. A good maxim is never out of season.
Personnel.
A group of people who are employed in an organization or one of the armed forces, the department responsible for hiring, training, and placing employees.
Examples:
Competent personnel. Personnel evaluation. Please forward the resumes to the personnel department.
Possibility.
A chance that something may happen or be true.
Examples:
Possibility for growth. Possibility of a major earthquake. The possibility of getting the disease will drastically increase.
Counteract.
To act against something to reduce its bad or harmful effects or neutralize it.
Examples:
Counteract the effect of poison. Counteract global warming. Our body's immune system produces antibodies to counteract disease.
Contribute.
To give something, especially money or goods, to provide or achieve something together with other people.
Examples:
Contribute a large sum of money to the fund. Contribute to society. Government workers cannot contribute to political campaigns.
Phase.
Any stage in a series of events, change, or development.
Examples:
Enter on the last phase. Two-phase structure. The era of the Industrial Revolution was a crucial phase of history.
Paradigm.
A standard or typical example of something, a pattern or model.
Examples:
Major paradigm shift. Cultural paradigm. He postulated a completely different paradigm to explain all these phenomena.
Rollout.
The introduction or implementation of a new product, service, or system, particularly one that has been planned and developed over a period of time.
Examples:
Rollout strategy. Software rollout. The company announced the rollout of its new product line next month.
Sector.
A distinct part or division of something often used to refer to a segment of an economy or industry, an area or field of work or activity.
Examples:
Industrial sector. Private sector. The technology sector is constantly evolving and innovating.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
Nation-state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Corps.
A large group of people trained and organized for a particular purpose, such as the military or a performing arts troupe.
Examples:
Airborne Corps. Corps Artillery. The Corps arrived at the front lines just in time to reinforce the exhausted soldiers.
Stabilize.
To become or cause to become steady or unlikely to give way.
Examples:
Stabilize prices. Stabilize blood sugar levels. The raising of interest rates stabilizes the inflation rate.
Infrastructure.
The basic systems, services, or features that are necessary for an organization or country, such as transport and power supplies.
Examples:
IT infrastructure. Infrastructure cost. Aging societies tend to require huge costs for infrastructure maintenance.
Essential.
Indispensable, fundamental.
Examples:
Essential amino acid. Essential commodities of life. Trial and error is an essential part of education.
Telecommute.
To work remotely from a location other than one's employer's office, using telecommunications technology to communicate and perform work duties.
Examples:
Telecommute from home. Allow our employees to telecommute. I prefer to telecommute instead of going to the office every day.
Shocking.
Extremely or surprisingly bad, or causing a strong emotional response such as surprise or disgust.
Examples:
Shocking response. Shocking revelation. The news of the accident was shocking and left many in shock.
Traumatic.
Relating to or caused by injury, especially emotional injury.
Examples:
Traumatic event. Traumatic brain injury. The experience was so traumatic that it left a lasting impact on the survivor's mental health.
Livelihood.
A means of earning money people need to pay for food, a place to live, clothing, etc.
Examples:
A means of livelihood. Livelihood assistance. I could no longer earn my own livelihood.
Applicable.
Fit or suitable to be applied, having relevance to a person or thing.
Examples:
Give applicable examples. Accordance with applicable law. This regulation is not applicable to minors.
Inspire.
To make somebody feel with the desire, confidence, or enthusiasm, especially to do something creative.
Examples.
Inspire a feeling of curiosity. Inspire him to write a novel. The unique style of this martial arts inspired many action film producers.
Rough.
Not quite exact or correct, having or caused by an irregular surface.
Examples.
Rough and tough. Rough estimation. The vehicle bounced along the rough mountain road.
Propose.
To make a proposal, declare a plan for something.
Examples.
Propose the amendment. Propose changes. I want to propose a toast in honor of our long-standing relationship.
Emerging.
Starting to exist, mature, or become well known.
Examples.
Emerging country. Emerging technologies. Emerging technologies have dramatically improved productivity in various industries.
Delight.
A feeling of great pleasure or happiness.
Examples.
A tremor of delight. With delight. The delight on the child's faces when they received the toy was priceless.
Engage.
To attract and keep someone's attention and interest, to participate in or obtain services of something.
Examples.
Engage in environmental protection activities. Engage a new employee. Many multinational companies are engaged in the reconstruction of that country.
Brilliant.
Extremely clever, skilled, or impressive.
Examples.
Brilliant idea. Brilliant performance. The more brilliant you are, the more people around you look at you with envy and jealousy.
Politician.
A person who is a member of a government or lawmaking organization, especially as an elected member of parliament, etc.
Examples.
A politician in the ruling party. A corrupt politician. The politician lost his position in the end due to the scandal.
Sake.
Purpose, reason for wanting something done.
Examples.
For your own sake. For the sake of argument. He got a new job for the sake of his family.
Tricky.
Requiring care and skill because challenging to do or deal with.
Examples.
Tricky problem. A tricky recipe to follow. We have discussed the entirety of this tricky problem.
Clarity.
The quality of being coherent and understandable, the quality of transparency or purity.
Examples:
Lack of clarity. Sake of clarity. The publisher will proofread most of this manuscript for clarity.
Desire.
A strong feeling of wanting to have or do something.
Examples:
Unsatisfied desire. Fleshly desire. Low sexual desire typically correlates with low testosterone levels.
Consent.
Permission or agreement to do something, especially given by somebody in authority.
Examples:
Consent for surgery. Give silent consent. She gave her consent to the company's proposal.
Hesitant.
Unsure or uncertain about what to do or how to act, reluctant or unwilling to take action or make a decision.
Examples:
Hesitant response. Hesitant to take action. She was hesitant to speak in public, but eventually overcame her fear.
Mandatory.
Required by a rule or law, compulsory.
Examples:
A mandatory clause. Mandatory training. Attendance at the meeting is mandatory for all employees.
Collaboration.
The act or situation of working together to create or produce something.
Examples:
Collaboration between companies. Collaboration platform. The partnership program requires a mutual collaboration between both agencies.
Landscape.
An expanse of scenery that can be seen in a single view, a large area of land, especially in the country and relating to its appearance.
Examples:
A peaceful landscape. Landscape painting. Recent electoral shocks have shaken the political landscape in Europe.
Boundary.
A real or imaginary line that marks the limit or extent of something and separates it from other things or places.
Examples:
Geographical boundary. The boundary between reality and fantasy. He wandered the boundary between life and death by gunfire.
Policymaker.
A person in charge of or involved in developing action plans for a political party, business, etc.
Examples:
Education policymaker. Regional policymaker. Policymakers struggle to develop various laws and regulations to address international trade conflicts.
Tight.
Fixed, fastened, or kept together firmly or closely.
Examples:
A tight game. Student on a tight budget. The national election was held amid tight security.
Globe.
The earth or world, mainly used to emphasize its vastness.
Examples:
Terrestrial globe. Around the globe. His final goal is to sail around the globe.
Restriction.
A limitation or constraint placed on something, or the act of limiting or constraining something.
Examples:
Nutritional restriction. Restriction on trade. The restriction on travel during the pandemic made it difficult for people to see their loved ones.
Monitor.
To observe, check, and track the progress or quality of something over a period of time.
Examples:
Monitor an exam. Monitor the data carefully. They used a special receiver to monitor police radio channels.
Temperature.
The degree of hotness or coldness of a thing or place.
Examples:
Extreme temperatures. The atmospheric temperature. Cities around the world set records for highest temperatures this summer.
Mention.
To speak or write about something or someone briefly.
Examples:
Mention name. Mention in a report. I mentioned to him that I had seen his sister at the grocery store earlier that day.
Epidemic.
The widespread outbreak of a particular disease in a large number of people at the same time.
Examples:
A worldwide epidemic. Health epidemic. The disease is now reaching epidemic proportions in our country.
Fallout.
The radioactive dust in the air that settled to the ground after a nuclear explosion.
Examples:
Nuclear fallout. The fallout from the incident. They had no protection from the radioactive fallout.
Adversary.
A person, group, or force that opposes or fights against another, an enemy or opponent.
Examples:
Adversary team. Political adversary. The boxer's toughest adversary was his fear of losing.
Relation.
The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another.
Examples:
Relation between cause and effect. Relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration.
Aspiring.
Desiring or striving for recognition or advancement, wanting to be successful in life.
Examples:
Aspiring prime minister. Have aspiring eyes. He was extremely generous to the aspiring young artist.
Transformation.
A complete change in form, nature, or appearance of someone or something.
Examples:
The transformation of a tadpole into a frog. Cast a transformation spell. Understanding unitary transformations of a normal matrix require considerable mathematical sophistication.
Socioeconomic.
Relating to the social and economic factors that shape an individual, group, or community, particularly in terms of income, occupation, education, and social class.
Examples:
Socioeconomic status, socioeconomic issues. The socioeconomic conditions of a country can significantly affect its political stability.
Metaphor.
A figure of speech in which an expression is used to refer to something that it does not denote to suggest a similarity.
Examples:
Metaphor for death. Visual metaphor. She expressed her thought in an artful choice of metaphors.
Mobilize.
To make something ready for action or use, to organize people or resources for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Mobilize cooperation. Mobilize a stiff joint. The military mobilized troops to the border.
Transform.
To change an outward structure or looks.
Examples:
Transform an education system. Transform heat into power. My father's death transformed my life completely.
Invest.
To put money, effort, time, etc. into something to make a profit or achieve a result.
Examples:
Invest in stocks. Invest capital. The government should view children as national assets and actively invest in them.
Equip.
To provide a person or a place with the things that are needed for a particular purpose or activity.
Examples:
Equip an army. Equip our children with some special skills. The construction company equipped the building with an earthquake-resistant device.
Accelerate.
To make something faster or earlier, to cause to develop or progress more quickly.
Examples:
Accelerate a chemical reaction. Accelerate the car. The government tried to accelerate the commercialization of this development.
Trillion.
The number 1 trillion, a million million.
Examples:
Trillion cubic feet. Many trillions of dollars. 1 light year is nearly 6 trillion miles.
Appropriate.
Suitable or proper in the circumstances, fitting.
Examples:
Appropriate behavior. An appropriate time. It would be appropriate to dress nicely for the wedding.
Coalition.
A temporary alliance formed by 2 or more political parties for combined action, the state of being combined into one body.
Examples:
A three-party coalition. Coalition forces. The two largest opposition parties announced they would form a coalition in the next elections.
Incredible.
Unbelievable. Extremely large.
Examples:
Incredible amount. At incredible speed. Her response revealed incredible idiocy.
Modular.
Consisting of distinct or separable parts or units that can be joined together and form a complete whole.
Examples:
Build a modular system. Modular furniture. Computers have a modular structure, making it easy to upgrade essential functions.
Flexible.
Able to change or be changed to suit new conditions or situations, able to bend easily.
Examples:
Flexible schedules. A flexible wire. You can be more flexible and creative in your approach.
Behalf.
Represent, advantage, benefit, the interest of someone.
Examples:
On behalf of our management. On his own behalf. I gave witness on her behalf.
Municipal.
Of or relating to a municipality, which is a small administrative division within a larger city or town.
Examples:
Municipal bond. The municipal authorities. The municipal government is responsible for maintaining the roads and public transportation in the city.
Congress.
A formal meeting of the representatives of different countries, constituent states, organizations, trade unions, political parties, or other groups.
Examples:
An international congress. Peace Congress. Congress must consider this proposal in an unusual situation.
Instance.
A particular example or single occurrence of something.
Examples:
For instance. Notable instance. These articles cite 5 instances of climate change.
Reserve.
To keep something for future use or contingency, to obtain or arrange something, such as a meeting, seat, etc., in advance.
Examples:
Reserve the right. Reserve a concert ticket. You can easily reserve seats over the telephone.
Expand.
To increase or to make something greater in size, number, or importance.
Examples:
Expand a lineup. Expand agricultural output. They hope to expand their business worldwide.
Procure.
To obtain, acquire, or secure something, often by effort or skill.
Examples:
Procure a rare antique. Procure services. I need to procure some supplies for the upcoming project.
Chain.
A series of connected links or objects, a system or group of interconnected elements, a restraint or shackle.
Examples:
Chain reaction. Supply chain. The chain on my bike broke, leaving me stranded. Coordination. The act of making all the people involved in a plan or activity work together effectively, the ability to control different parts of the body effectively. Examples: data coordination. Loss of muscle coordination. Synchronized swimming needs close coordination between 6 performers. Architecture. The art and science of designing and constructing buildings. Examples: architecture design. Classic architecture. The city is known for its impressive architecture and beautiful old buildings. Char. Also Tsar or Tsar, a title of rulers or monarchs, especially in Russia, before the Russian Revolution of 1917, an authoritarian or powerful political leader or high-level officeholder. Examples: technology czar. Economic czar. The Czar of Healthcare is responsible for improving the quality and accessibility of healthcare for all citizens. Admiral. A high-ranking naval officer commissioned to serve as commander of a fleet or naval station, the commander of a naval force or fleet, a naval officer of high rank. Examples: naval admiral. Respected admiral. Many high-ranking military officials attended the admiral's retirement ceremony. Superb. Of very high quality, excellent, extremely good. Examples: superb quality. A superb view. The performance of the orchestra was superb. Contract. A legally binding agreement between 2 or more parties, setting out their rights and obligations to each other, typically in writing and enforceable by law. Examples: employment contract. Contract law. The company signed a contract with a supplier for the delivery of goods. Awe. A feeling of respect and wonder inspired by someone or something greatly admired. Examples: a feeling of awe. In awe of the situation. The awe-inspiring mountains dominate the landscape. Wrap. To cover or enclose something entirely with paper, cloth, or other material. Examples: wrap a fish in foil. Wrap up a meeting. Wrap the bandage tightly around the injured arm. Motivation. The reason or enthusiasm for acting or behaving in a particular way. Examples: Understand his motivation. Motivation for a change. A significant amount of motivation is required to be a teacher.
Humanitarian.
Something relating to the promotion of human welfare, or someone who works to promote human welfare.
Examples:
humanitarian crisis. A truly humanitarian act. The organization is dedicated to providing humanitarian aid to disaster-stricken areas worldwide.
Succumb.
To fail to oppose something, such as desire, pressure, or some other opposing force. To die or suffer badly from the effect of a disease or injury.
Examples:
succumb to cancer. Succumb to old age. He finally succumbed to temptation.
Motivate.
To make someone want to do something, especially something that requires tremendous work and effort.
Examples:
motivate the students. All ability to motivate. The ability to motivate people is a priceless asset.
Faculty.
An inborn or natural ability to hear, see, think, move, etc., a department or group of the university concerned with a major division of knowledge.
Examples:
a member of the faculty. The elative faculty of the mind. This university's computer science faculty is world distinguished.
Fellow.
Someone who has the same job or interests as you, or is in the same class, profession, or situation as you.
Examples:
junior fellow. Nice fellow. He is the kind of fellow who only works for his success.
Par.
A state of being equal to someone or something.
Examples:
above par performance. Not up to par. Shares in the company finally fell below their par value.
Mixture.
A combination of different elements, substances, or entities, usually in non-uniform proportions, resulting in a homogeneous or heterogeneous blend of physical or chemical properties.
Examples:
mixture of emotions. Perfect mixture. The paint was a mixture of different pigments to achieve the desired color.
Guilt.
The fact of having committed something illegal, the negative feelings caused by believing or knowing that you have done something wrong.
Examples:
criminal guilt. Feeling of guilt. Shame and guilt have significant social influences.
Fortunate.
Having good luck or lucky.
Examples:
fortunate situation. Less fortunate person. He was pretty fortunate to pass the exam.
Gratitude.
The quality of being thankful, readiness to show appreciation for and to return kindness.
Examples:
a debt of gratitude, feelings of gratitude. She expressed her gratitude towards the kind stranger who helped her.
Pal.
A close friend.
Examples:
Baseball pal, longtime pal. She is a pen pal of mine.
Compliment.
An expression of praise, admiration, or approval, a polite or flattering statement intended to make someone feel good.
Examples:
a backhanded compliment. Accept a compliment. Her compliment made my day. I felt so competent and appreciated.
Persuasive.
Tending to make you want to do or believe a particular thing, convincing.
Examples:
Persuasive advertising. Persuasive speaker. He made a persuasive argument for the new policy.
Construct.
To build or create something, to assemble or combine different parts to form something whole.
Examples:
Construct a 3D image. Construct a dam. He constructs hypotheses that no mathematician has ever imagined before.
Appreciate.
To value and acknowledge the worth of someone or something, to be grateful for something or someone.
Examples:
Appreciate her feedback. Appreciate the value. We would appreciate an early reply.
Acquire.
To buy or obtain something such as an asset, object, knowledge, etc., for oneself.
Examples:
Acquire knowledge. Acquire a new company. Children acquire language at a fantastic rate.
Progression.
The act or process of changing to the next stage or phase or moving forward.
Examples:
Progression of civilization. Progression of disease. The company has made great strides in its progression towards sustainability.
Surname.
The family name passed down through generations, a person's last name.
Examples:
Surname history. Family surname. When filling out a form, include your full surname, not just your first name.
Educational.
Relating to education or providing knowledge or instruction.
Examples:
Educational system. Elevate educational standards. The museum offers a variety of educational programs for children and adults.
Fascinating.
Extremely interesting.
Examples:
Fascinating story. Completely fascinating to me. The museum houses a fascinating collection of Celtic artifacts.
Ordinary.
Not different, exceptional, or unexpected in any way, especially in quality, ability, size, or degree.
Examples:
An ordinary school. Ordinary annual revenue. The ordinary session of the Diet opened.
Contribution.
The act of giving something, especially money, to a particular cause or organization, a voluntary gift as of money or service or ideas made to some worthwhile cause.
Examples:
Make a positive contribution. Contribution to society. His contribution to the charity was a generous donation of money.
Chip.
A small fragment of something broken off from the whole, a long and thin piece of potato fried in oil or fat.
Examples:
A chip of wood. I don't care a chip. We can use this campaign as a bargaining chip in the negotiations.
Glance.
To give a quick or brief look, to hit something at an angle.
Examples:
Glance around nervously. Glance at him miserably. I casually glanced into the small hut.
Cheat.
To act dishonestly or unfairly to gain an advantage or to deceive someone, to break the rules or laws.
Examples:
Cheat on my taxes. Cheat in a game. Even though he knew it was wrong, he cheated on the exam.
Emergency.
A sudden unforeseen crisis usually involving danger that requires immediate action.
Examples:
Emergency action. Acute emergency. The president declared a state of emergency.
Physician.
A medical doctor who practices medicine.
Examples:
The advice of the physician. Consult with a physician. She visited the local physician to seek treatment for her persistent headache.
Ray.
A narrow line of light, heat, or another form of energy.
Examples:
Opaque to X-rays. Effect of cosmic rays. Gamma rays penetrate body tissues and cause cell damage.
Implication.
Something that is inferred or indirectly stated, the act or fact of being involved in something.
Examples:
The implication in a crime. The implication of a word. His poem has a very significant implication.
Journalist.
A person who collects and writes news stories or articles for newspapers, magazines, radio, television, or other online media.
Examples:
A China-based journalist. Journalist on a magazine. Foreign TV crews and journalists can go as they please in various locations during the Olympics. Collier. A coal miner or worker in the coal industry, a ship that transports coal.
Examples:
Collier's job. Collier factory. The town's economy was largely dependent on the collier industry.